The GL11 Community Hub, a special programme from the Cotswold Vale Talking Newspaper. If you turn off Campitch into Firmead, head towards the doctor's surgery, you'll come to a complex of buildings. A large purple sign welcomes you to the GL11 Community Hub. Inside, a comfy cafe is full of enthusiastic people all enjoying mugs of tea or coffee and getting ready to take part in a range of interesting and fun activities. I'm Brian Gormall and I'm here today with Mary Moss and Pauline Thomas to find out just what's going on.
Now I'm sitting in the cafe with Natalie Berry. Natalie is the Hub's receptionist, and I must say one of the most noticeable things about GL11 is the lively atmosphere and the warm welcome that we've had. So as a receptionist, Natalie, how do you achieve this instant feeling of inclusion and friendliness?
We get very excited here at GL11 when we see new people and new faces. We like to offer you a cup of tea. I will make that for you and sit you down somewhere comfortable to avoid any negotiations through the cafe, so you'll be sat quite comfortably. Then I will talk you through the interesting groups and courses we offer here, and I hope that I can find something that would suit you and interest you.
Do you think for people with visual impairment, as applies to our listeners, there are things here that they could get involved with?
Oh, most definitely. We have several users already that have a visual impairment, and we have always got things that will suit your needs, and our tutors are extremely good at putting tasks to your ability, and also creating things that you can do that will still incorporate what the group is, learning or what they're studying at the moment, to something that how you can achieve the same results as what everybody else is following. So definitely we can always accommodate different users.
We've noticed that the cafe seems to be a real centre of activity. As soon as we walked in, people were talking to us and everyone was really friendly. Do you see the cafe as perhaps the first port of call for them if they're a little bit hesitant about coming in?
Definitely. You could always come along just for a cup of tea. As you just mentioned, everybody is very friendly and like to engage in a conversation. However, if you would like to sit back in the background and just people watch and see things that are going on and listen to what people are talking about, and you want to pitch in with a conversation, wonderful. We have lots of different people that use us for different reasons, to make friends or just to simply be around people, and we welcome both.
Thanks very much, Natalie. Thank you.
It's not just indoor activities at GL11. You can get on a warm coat, a stout pair of shoes and join the walking group. Retired GP Peter Harney is one of the leaders. Peter, tell us all about it.
Not a GP any longer, but retired. Anyway, it's been going for about a couple of years now, and the idea of the group is that it's open to anybody, and it's a gentle walking group, really to encourage people to get out in the fresh air and get some exercise. We start at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. Anybody can come. You pay £1, and usually if you get here about 10 to, it's a good idea. And the idea is, as I say, is to get out and get fit. We take anybody at any level of fitness, and we will accommodate, if you're not really used to doing too much walking.
And where have you been today?
Today we got almost to the top of Stinchcombe Hill. We started a bit late today, so we didn't quite get to the top. But so we can, on a good day, we can get to the top of Stinchcombe Hill, which really from GL11, which is right at the bottom in Cam, is quite a climb. But we do it gently, and it was a lovely sunny day, and it was brilliant. We saw some nice views of the River Severn, and we could see May Hill, and it was beautiful. But we go at all weathers. We don't, even if it's pouring with rain, we go. We haven't cancelled one yet.
So what do the walkers get out of it?
I think the main thing they get is really chance to have a good chat. And that goes on all the way, actually. We do stop, but I think people get on and they meet new people, and I think the social aspect of it is really important. But as well as that, there's no doubt that regular exercise is phenomenal. I'm putting on my GP hat now, and people will have probably heard me say this hundreds of times, but the idea, the very, very good evidence that just 20 minutes of exercise per day, you get the maximum effect for your heart. If you can do a little bit more, that's fine, but just 20 minutes walking per day, you will get fantastic effects on reduction of heart disease, stroke, blood pressure, diabetes, and obviously it helps you control your weight as well, so for obesity. So in all, really, if you want to prescribe something for somebody's health, best thing to prescribe is a walk. That's what we're doing here.
Well, you've made me feel guilty now because I drove down from Dursley to the GL11 Centre.
Right, I'm talking to Margie now and Jamie, and they've been out walking with the Walkers group. Margie, where did you go today?
We went towards golf course.
To Stinchcombe Golf Course.
Yeah.
Did you walk right up the hill?
We went right up, but we didn't get right near to the top.
Near to the top. That's still a very good climb because it's very steep, isn't it?
Yeah.
And did you have good weather today for it?
We had very good weather for it, yeah.
Margie, do you think you're getting fitter thanks to these walks? Are you getting more able to climb the hills?
Yes, I am. Very good health. Yeah.
And what did you see this morning while you were out? Did you see much wildlife?
There wasn't any today.
And how many people were on the walk with you today?
There's Peter, Jerry, Vanessa, and Pam.
That's quite a group of you then. And do you all stick together?
We all stick together, yeah. We all stick together, yeah.
So for lunch today, there's a cheesy potato bake with some broccoli and a little bit of crispy bacon, or there's a chicken soup. Is that right with everyone?
Yeah, definitely. Well, my dinner's just arrived, so I'm going to get on with this delicious-looking plate full of food, and then we'll take up later on.
Don't put too much pressure on it until it's actually gotten, till it's gotten the words, and then when it's found the thread, that's it. Now you can put your pressure on. That's it.
Well, I'm standing outside. I'm in the men's shed. Only curiously enough, it seems to be a people's shed today because we have Claire here as well. Claire, why are you at the men's shed?
I came to learn some carpentry skills.
And have you?
I have, yeah. Yep.
So what are you doing today?
Today we're making a ladder to go on the climbing frame that we're building for the Wild Club and other people that use the services of GL11.
Fantastic. And you're enjoying being in the men's club, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jamie, do you like being in the men's club?
Yeah.
Because you're a regular here, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what are you doing today? It's a
making-
ladder you're making.
Ladder making, yeah.
Okay. And Stephen, what are you up to today?
Nothing much.
Who's the best here?
Don't know.
And is Claire measuring up to the men?
Yeah.
She's doing all right, is she?
Yeah.
You'll have her as a member,
Yeah.
will you? Oh, that's perfect. Oh, well, it's lovely to see you, and I'll leave you all to your endeavours. Well, I'm still enjoying being out and watching the men's shed, and I'm talking to Tom. And I want Tom, tell us what you're doing with this group today.
Okay, so today we're building play structures for the children. The children will use those structures in the evening when they come to Wild Club. They're kind of like adventure play structures, so they're very quick, easy structures that can go up, can come down, can be changed. Children can add to them. That's the point. They're not finished structures that are going to be here for years and years. They are adventure play structures that can change as and when the children see fit. So we've built a shop, a stage. We're just working on the tower, and then we're going to build a pirate boat, and then the children will come in and help us finish them off.
It must be brilliant for these adults to feel that they're contributing something, learning skills, but also contributing to something for the kids as well. Is that a good motivator for them?
Absolutely, and they're very basic kind of carpentry skills we're doing. We're mainly using hand tools, hammers and saws, nails and screws. And the idea is that they can see something that happens really quickly. They see a real product for their kind of energy. And so, they feel good at the end of the day because they've achieved a lot and they can see something that the children can then play on in the evening. So
it's SOS Nick Knowles, here we come, is it?
Not quite Nick Knowles. I'd never seen him build an adventure playground, but it's adventure play. And adventure playgrounds all over the UK have been building like this for over 50 years. And that's where, all my career has been building adventure playgrounds. And I think it's just a great way for adults and children to build together.
Fabulous. Thank you very much, Tom.
Right, this is Claire again from the men's shed. We're doing it to the sound effects of Steve sawing a piece of wood for the climbing equipment. But Claire, I just wanted to ask you, what made you come down to the GL11 Club in the first place?
I started coming to Wild Club, which follows on from Men's Shed, and this is what this is for the children from Wild Club, and then decided I wanted to actually help build the structure. But the thing I like about GL11 is there's something here for everybody of all ages and all abilities, and everybody, is accessible for people who have got restricted mobility. There's just something for everybody.
And what would you say is the best thing of all about GL11?
The fact they're so welcoming, and they welcome anybody.
Thanks very much, Claire. That's exactly what we found this morning. It's a really wonderful place.
Yeah.
It is. It's a wonderful place to come down.
That's to say, but...
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I remember the GL11 Centre from its days as a respite centre, and it's all different now. And if there's one person who knows more about the changes, it's the manager, Indigo Redfern. Indigo, how did you do it?
It's been a long, slow process over many years. So 15 years ago, GL11 was a family centre, and the Gloucestershire County Council was going to shut it down. It was happening then, it's still happening now, isn't it? And local mums had a protest and said, we don't want it to shut down, it's too important. And so the County Council put in a manager, and that was the birth of GL11 15 years ago. And since then, it's just gone from strength to strength, really. A couple of years ago, that we had half the building then, and a couple of years ago we took over the other end of the building that was a respite centre. And so now we've got the whole space. Last year, we were looking at this just recently. Last year we had 19 activities going on a week, and now we have 43, 42, 43. So it's more than doubled in size over a year, which is fantastic.
Goodness, that is a lot of activities. I suppose everybody's got their favourite. What's your favourites out of all of these?
I'm very fond of the ukulele group. That's such a fun group, isn't it? And I also love the Wild Club's a good one. This is the youth group. The kids are all outside making dens and swings and soaring things up, and they have a ball out there. It's really good fun, and so important for kids to get out and about these days because they're so cooped up in school and at home most of the time.
A lot of our all of our listeners are visually impaired. What would there be for them down here?
Well, most of our courses would be accessible for people with a visual impairment. I mean, Rita, who runs the ukulele group, she has a visual impairment, and so she started it when she had to give up her job after she had a stroke. So it's entirely accessible, and we have the choir. Again, our choir, you don't need to be able to read music, you can just join in. We have our community lunch. We have lunches every Thursday. and people with all sorts of different disabilities come along to those. We have so many classes that people could do, and we would do our utmost to make things as accessible as possible for everyone.
The thing these days is always the money. It must cost an awful lot to run this place. Where does all the money come from?
Well, the funding is sort of shifting. So we get a bit of money from Stroud Council, and we generate a certain amount of money from from our cafe and from room hire. But every year we have to fundraise over 100,000 to keep this place going. So that certainly keeps me busy.
Well, I think we're going to hear something from the ukulele group and the singers later on, and we're going to get on now and go and see what else there is going on here. I've got Irene and Carol from the singing group here at the moment. Irene, you were just telling me your name is strongly linked to Bristol's Rovers. What's all that about?
Bristol Rovers was my father and my elder brother's favourite football team, and so I think that was where my name was dragged out from. Don't think my mum had much say in it, but it was always a song that was sort of an old song that people used to sing in those days, so it was probably quite popular at the time.
Have you had any chance to sing it here yet?
No. No, not yet.
Well, why not?
It's not a very popular name nowadays. Not really.
And what about you, Carol? I mean, there's so many songs with Carol in name and a title. Do you ever do any of those?
I don't think we have actually yet. No, but the things that I do enjoy particularly are when we sing in separate parts. And that makes it, well, shall I say, a tiny bit more difficult. But it's fun too. And then to see it, to hear it all come together at the end is really very delightful and just great fun.
And what else do you get out of it?
A good sense of satisfaction that when you've joined in something, everybody feels better, and we all generally have a good laugh about something. Something goes wrong usually that makes us laugh, and it generally lifts everyone's spirits.
It's very much a fun time when we come here. Our leader is not over demanding, and if we make mistakes, then we try again. But we very quickly turn out quite a good performance, actually, which is very satisfying.
Have you done any public performances?
Oh, well, only with the... I don't think we've ever done any performances where people paid to listen to us, but we have actually performed in front of the trustees for GL11, and groups of people who have come to various gatherings at GL11. So we have performed in front of an audience of people that we didn't know, and we all managed to overcome our nerves and did very well.
We managed to occupy a spot at the carol service in Dursley each Christmas. We've done that in the Methodist Church, and everybody enjoys that.
Would you recommend coming down to GL11 for anybody who wants to sing or come down for a cup of tea? Or
well, GL11 is a great place for people to get together. I mean, there's a really big variety of groups for people doing different things. I don't think I could name them all. There must be at least, I think, 20 different groups doing different things. But I could certainly recommend the singing because it really is very uplifting and great fun.
One of the good things about it is it's the sort of thing you can go on your own. You don't have to have a partner to do anything. And if you come on your own, you're made very welcome. There's no sort of hierarchy of, those people are proper singers and we all just croak in the background, because everybody does what they can.
Well, I can hear that the singing started, so I think we'd better finish off here and make our way down and see what's happening.
Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama. Next part. Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, try it. Jenny Mama, 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 Jenny Mama. Put them together. Jenny Mama. Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, Jenny Mama, sing
One of the most popular activities at GL11 has a definite link with the Cotswold Vale Talking newspaper. It's run by one of our own, Pauline Thomas. Pauline, how come there's a choir down at GL11?
Well, thank you, Brian. I think choir's a bit of a posh word for it, really. This is a group of people who sing for pleasure and sing for health. And there are no auditions, so you don't have to be good. That's the absolute prerequisite for people joining this choir, is you don't have to be good. You don't have to be able to read music. It's nice if you can sing in tune, but if you can't, then the chances are you'll learn pretty quickly. And it's a group that fits very much with the feeling of this place, that everybody is welcome, all ages. We're mostly ladies at the moment, but men are always welcome, and we've got 2 or 3 at the moment who are enjoying it very much and getting quite spoilt into the bargain. It came about, I suppose, indirectly through Gareth Malone of television fame, who really promoted the idea that everybody can sing and everybody can enjoy singing. But the common experience of nearly everybody in this group is a negative one, that at school they were told, you can't sing, get out. Or you can't sing, can you mime? Or you can't sing, go and sit in the corner. And that's such a common experience. And it's such nonsense, really, because everybody can enjoy singing. We all sing along to the radio. And this is a social group that meets in the daytime. It's very good for your health and breathing. It's a good, friendly group. Everybody's welcome, and we sing all kinds of things, from pop songs, folk songs, rounds, even occasionally something from other countries with a few raised eyebrows, I have to say. It's not always immediately popular, but we've got some very good African songs that we sing. And I think the choice of music is very, very varied. We never sing the same kind of music all one rehearsal. We're going to learn Penny Lane any time now, so Beatles go down very well.
Well, that strikes a chord with me, because I was always told I was a grunter at school, and it put me off singing for years. So do you think you could turn me into a singer?
You could sing bass in this choir. Yes, everybody can sing along. It might not be brilliant, it might not win prizes, but everybody can join in, enjoy a good tune, enjoy a good rhythm. We sing occasionally with the ukuleles, which is great. Everybody's got a little bit of music in them somewhere, and whether it's from the words or the tunes. In particular, songs from the 60s are very popular. They really do lift the spirits. Doctors say that they are signing people off antidepressants because the songs of the 60s have got something special that bring people to life and get people going.
Now I'm here with the singing group, and they've just taken a little break for tea. And who have I found here but Helen Matthias, one of our listeners. Helen, how long have you been coming to the singing group?
About 18 months, all told, I think. I've come most weeks, but I have had a few breaks from it.
And of course it's led by the Talking Newspaper's reader and one of the founder members of the Talking Newspaper, Pauline Thomas. And she looks like she puts lots of enthusiasm into it. She's a very good musician, isn't she?
Yes, she is. She teaches us well, and we thoroughly enjoy it.
Would you recommend other listeners to the Talking Newspaper to come down here and give it a go?
Yes, I would. We're a very friendly group, and we welcome anybody to come and sing with us. And you don't have to be a brilliant singer, because I'm not myself.
Well, certainly the group sounds very nice, and we have recorded one piece that you've been singing, and I think all our listeners will agree. It sounds very good. Thanks very much, Helen. Is there anything else that you can think of that you would like to say about GL11?
They run lots of different things for all age groups, and they have a lunch club that members might be interested in.
Well, thanks very much, Helen. It's very nice to see you, and I'm looking forward to hearing you all sing. Thank you. Now I'm with the ukulele group run by Rita Hills. Rita herself is partially sighted and says she and the group meet here at the GL11 Hub to support the local community, but they are certainly a very popular bunch here at GL11. And this group is so successful that Rita has had to start a second group for beginners. So here they are now playing and singing The Answer is Blowing in the Wind. I'm now at the Wild Club and I'm talking to the leader of the club. This is Tom Williams. This is a calm before the storm, but in a minute we're going to be surrounded by a group of youngsters. So Tom, can you tell me about how many kids there are coming today?
We have about 20 for each session. They're usually aged 7 to 11, and they come off from after school. And they just use the space to play outside and let off as much steam as possible.
And what sort of things are they going to be doing today?
Tonight's going to be like a really regular evening. It'll be outdoor play, so they'll be playing on the bikes, they'll be playing with balls. We have an outdoor fire where we can cook on the fire, we make dampers. And yeah, just swinging the swings on the trees, play on the structures that we've been building at Men's Shed, and just generally have a really good time.
And does it go all through the year, or is it just in the school term, or does it run through the holidays?
Yeah, we do 2 days in each holidays, but we've been all through the winter playing outside every Monday night through snow, rain, wind. We've been outside every Monday.
And I don't know of any other groups in camp for youngsters like this. Do you think it answers a need in the area for something like this, for kids to come and let off steam, as you say?
Absolutely. We're different to after school clubs. We're different to the youth service. We're catering for that kind of 7 to 12-year-olds, the transition from primary school to secondary school, when they're starting to go out and play maybe with friends on their own for the first time. And yeah, we're offering something different. It's a mixture of adventure play and forest school that we're doing here.
Right, thanks very much, Tom. It's really nice to see a group of youngsters enjoying themselves as much as the older people enjoy it here as well. It's a really nice mix of age groups and generations down here at the project.
Yep, it's great. I think adults quite like playing as well. So, and yeah, it's just a great space at GL11 for children and adults to play together.
Thanks very much indeed, Tom. Lovely talking to you. Thanks a lot.
I'm delighted today to be with Ned, who is a trustee of the GL11 project and very passionate about this wonderful community project. And I'd like to start by asking Ned, how did you come to be involved, Ned, and what's this project all about in your view?
Pauline, thank you very much, and thank you for sharing some of my thoughts with the users. I've been with GL11 now probably for about 2 or 3 years. In terms of how I was introduced, I was part of the Lions Club in Dursley, near the library, and the chairman at the time, Dave Butterfield, mentioned that this was a fantastic project. Would I be interested because I could help? I was always dubious as to how I could help, but I would say I've never looked back. Fantastic place. It has a whole raft of users, from mums with babies to the young children, all the way up to from vulnerable adults, and then obviously the men's shed, which is proving quite useful. Oh, and we have yoga.
Wonderful. There is really a great deal going on there. What I'd really like you to talk about is what's in it for people who might like to come and see what it's like.
I'd probably, Pauline, use 3 words. It's fun, it's welcoming, and if you want to have a bit of a laugh, it'll make you feel welcome. We have a cafe now, which didn't exist before, so we have a very welcoming cafe. We have good food. We have a kitchen, so you will probably smell food, maybe a morning, afternoon, or a late afternoon menu. There are lots of people in and out, and they will have fun. And the fun is the key word. So if the listeners wish to have a bit of a relaxing afternoon, it's definitely welcoming.
Fabulous. That's absolutely wonderful. Well, we wish the project well, and we just hope that you listeners will be interested to come and perhaps have a cup of tea with us down there sometime, and to meet some of the people. And thank you very much, Ned.
Thank you.
We're in a bright, quiet room, just the place for a relaxing session called Mindfulness. And Mindfulness down at GL11 is led by Amy West. Amy, tell us all about mindfulness.
Hi there. Mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present moment in a way that is non-judging and with a sense of purpose. So essentially, it's just practicing awareness and acceptance of the present moment.
And where did the term come from, and who first thought of it?
Mindfulness actually originates from Buddhist meditation practices, which go back about 2,000 years. Mindfulness was used in healthcare by a pioneering scientist called John Kabat-Zinn in America. And he used the Buddhist techniques in a secular way. So it meant that the techniques could be used by anyone. It doesn't matter if they're not religious. It doesn't matter who they are. He just took the essence of the techniques and made them simple and easy to use for anyone. And they were used to begin to help people to cope with stress, so particularly people with long-term health conditions and chronic pain. And the use in healthcare has now developed, and it's also developed into many other fields, such as the business world, education, even sports and politics.
Right, well, I think we should find out a bit about it. So, Amy, would you like to lead us in a session, please?
I'd be delighted to, yes. So, begin by adopting a comfortably upright posture. And you can close your eyes, or half close your eyes. And take 2 or 3 slower, deeper breaths. And use these deeper breaths to begin to feel a sense of the movement and sensation of the breath in your body. And then let go of these deeper breaths. Feel a sense of your body in contact with the chair and the floor beneath you. Feel a sense of your body resting here and breathing here. And begin to become aware of the sensations of breath in your nose and throat, the flow of air. Becoming aware of each in-breath and each out-breath. And the mind will naturally tend to wander away. That's just part of the practice. So whenever you notice thoughts coming, your mind wandering away from the breath, you don't need to give yourself a hard time, just come back to the breath and practice following the sensations and the movements of the breath, not thinking about the breath, but just experiencing what it feels like to breathe in your body.
Well, I've been watching the recorder while this is going on, so I suppose I haven't really been paying full attention to the process, but Mary's been with me. And Mary, what did you find that was like?
Well, I found it very powerful. I found myself relaxing completely and also being aware of what was going on around me, but being able to take it in whilst being completely aware of what my body was doing. I found it very powerful.
How many people come along and take advantage of this session, Amy?
Well, today's session we had about 11 or 12 people. So it was a good session today. It varies. It's a drop-in class, so people can come as and when they wish. I just want to get in a little plug. It's on Mondays, Monday mornings, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and it's at GL11 Community Hub. And if people want to come regularly, we ask them to enrol, as it's actually funded by a local college using some community mental health funding. So that means that if anyone's got a physical or mental health condition, they can benefit from this class and they only have to pay £1 donation. Otherwise, if you don't have any health condition, you're welcome to come, but it's £4. So it just means that it makes it accessible for anyone who wants to give it a try.
So I'm sitting with Nicola now, who's been in the session for an hour. So Nicola, can you tell me, what do you get out of the GL11 project?
I find it really useful coming to the group setting to study mindfulness, because I find it does help me to focus. It's much easier to do it coming along to a class where specifically this is why I'm here, to do this. It can sometimes be quite hard to keep the discipline of doing it at home. I suffer from chronic pain, and I find this kind of practice to be really beneficial to my overall health and to my overall day-to-day experience.
Thank you very much. And did you come down to the project specifically for this class, or do you do anything else here as well?
I do come here specifically for this class. I don't attend any of the others at the moment.
Thank you very much.
I'm with Paul now, and I must admit I'm now feeling a bit of an amateur, because Paul seems to know a lot more about making recordings and putting things together than I do. Tell us a bit about that, Paul.
Well, I've got a BA honours degree in electronics, and I used to fix circuit boards. I've done sampling and things like that on a 16-track sequencer, making my own music. I write about 3 poems a day. I don't know what you want.
Well, no, that's wonderful. Certainly, as I said, you know more about it than I do. What is it that you feel you get most out of GL11?
Well, it just really uplifts me. I get so much out of it. It's changed my life, to be honest. I haven't worked for 4.5 years, and I'm an alcoholic, and it's really changed. It just gets me out of the house, gives me something to do. I've made loads of friends here.
And I believe you've even done a poem about GL11. Can you tell us about that and read it to us?
I have, yeah. You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Amanda runs an art group in a village known as Cam. She'll stir a burning passion if you can't or if you can. Talent's not an issue. The prerequisite's not a skill. It doesn't matter where you sit. Socialising is the thrill. Inspiration, the creation, are what it's all about. She comes up with different projects. On the table they're laid out. Turning paper into pictures to place inside a frame. Turning those frames into windows. Escape horizons through the pane. Painting, cutting, gluing, having fun the whole group through. So if that sounds like your thing, then there's a place for you. You don't even need equipment. Ideas are all you need to bring. And no one will condemn them or throw them in the bin. If your choice is thread and needles, she'll be pleased with that as well. No one will reject you or say a fond farewell. If you like coffee and a chat, or just like to make a mess, GL11 you should visit, and you'll go home feeling blessed. Your troubles may be lifted, in this environment you'll blend. And if you come down often, you may even make a friend. Feeling joy in what you're making will be sure to raise self-worth. It really makes a difference, and it doesn't cost the earth. So if you're sad and lonely, on a Thursday afternoon, come and join the hub, attend a lively, happy room. I've not been coming long, but I'd have no hesitation to give a glowing review and a 5-star commendation.
Troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
I can't think of a better way to end our programme.
If you would like to come along to the GL11 Hub at Fairmead, Cam, give them a ring on 01453 548530 or look online at gl11.org.uk. You'll be made very welcome. This has been a special programme for the Cotswold Vale Talking Newspaper. It was edited by Tony Parry and produced by Brian Gornall. Our weekly audio recordings of local news are available free to the visually impaired. For more details, call 01453 543565 or visit our website cvtn.org.uk.